Hey everyone, welcome to our weekly way of life. This is our first rhythm, which is always about our heart for God and our desire for our relationship with God and seeking growth. Before we get into that though, I just wanted to ask you a favor. We're trying to gauge how this is being used and who all is using it so that we can figure out how to best invest our energy. And so whatever platform you're using this on, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, would you please take a minute and in the comments of that platform, just let us know that you're using this and how. Like if you're using it by yourself or with a small group, we know several people are using this with their families. That would be really good information for us. So this week, as we're preparing to hear our message from Jeffrey Waters this weekend, our pastor at our Ignite campus ministry, we're going to be looking at Psalm 19, which is one of the more famous Psalms in Scripture, I suppose. And two sections that stand out. The first one, I'll just read a couple of verses at the beginning of the Psalm. It says, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of his hands. Day after day they pour forth speech, and night after night they display knowledge. There is no speech or language where their voice is not heard." Then down in verse 7, it says, "The law of the Lord is perfect, revealing the soul. The statutes of the Lord are trustworthy, making wise the simple. The precepts of the Lord are right, giving joy to the heart. The commands of the Lord are radiant, giving light to their eyes." This psalm has two major sections. The first one is about how looking at creation and nature points us to the Lord, and we can see how good he is. The second section, starting in verse 7, talks about how we can see all of those things in the law of the Lord, that his teaching also points us to him, and we can see how good and wonderful he is there. And then the psalm wraps up with reflecting on the reality of those two things, that we want to live in a certain way that reflects that we've been impacted by the love of the Lord. So in your own life, if you think about looking at creation or looking at the Lord's law, his word and scripture, which one is easier for you to connect with? Like, which one sparks your heart for the Lord the most? And then maybe think about the other one is an area to carve out some time to grow. Maybe you love seeing the Lord, seeing the grandness of God in creation, and you need to carve out some time to dig into the law of the Lord, which also points us to his character. Or maybe you love the word and you spend a lot of time in scripture. Maybe on the other end, take some time just to be captured by the awe and the wonder of creation over the next couple of days, whether that's staring at the sky or going on a walk in the woods or just marveling at your grandchild. I don't know what it would be, but take time for one of those two things, either seeing God in his creation or seeing God in his law, his teaching, his word. And then let that stir your heart for him. So we love you. We'll see you tomorrow.